He's gonna tap. About 4 times over the course of that.
Welcome to a U Sports Fighting Breakdown. Today we are thrilled to present to you an epic battle between two incredible fighters in the UFC, Aljamain Sterling and Triple C Henry Cejudo. These two will set the face off in a highly anticipated match that promises to be nothing short of thrilling. Sterling is looking to prove to fans that he is the real deal after a disappointing one-sided fight last time out due to TJ's dislocated shoulder. And Cejudo wants to prove that Sterling is just another fighter that isn't on the same level as the great Triple C. In this video, we'll analyze their past performances, highlight their fighting styles, and make predictions for their upcoming fight. So let's delve into what makes Sterling and Cejudo stand out in their own right as we get ready for an unforgettable matchup. Let's kick things off with Sterling. Aljamain Sterling's striking technique is a sight to behold. He tends to pepper his opponents with lightning-fast strikes, throwing punches, kicks, and elbows in a variety of combinations, making it hard for them to predict his next move. Despite being an excellent striker, he lacks the knockout power that some of his peers possess. Nevertheless, his unorthodox and unpredictable fighting style always keeps his opponents on edge. Sterling's long reach and excellent footwork allow him to maintain a distance and land precise strikes from the outside, while his grappling background enables him to close the distance and take the fight to the ground. We saw the unpredictability of Sterling's fighting style in his fight against Sandhagen. Sterling showcased his striking versatility by throwing a diverse range of kicks and punches that kept Sandhagen guessing, paving the way for a submission victory.
Side to side, a lot of foot movement. Look at this. In on the clinch.
This is Aljamain. He big. He's gonna tap.
In his fight against Pedro Munoz at UFC 238, Sterling once again relied on his long reach and lightning-fast strikes to outpace his opponent. Despite Munoz's dangerous striking and powerful kicks, Sterling's footwork and speed enabled him to avoid significant damage and score more significant strikes throughout the fight. Ultimately, Sterling's striking proficiency helped him earn a unanimous decision victory and propel him further up the bantamweight rankings. Without a doubt, Sterling's unpredictable striking technique will be one of the tools he'll be hoping will sway this fight in his direction. Now let's shift over to Henry Cejudo. Cejudo is a formidable fighter who has a well-rounded skill set that includes striking and wrestling. His striking technique is categorized by his speed, precision, and power. He has a boxing background and often utilizes quick, hard jabs and hooks to break down his opponents. Cejudo's kicks, particularly his leg kicks, have been known to cause significant damage and leave his opponents limping. Additionally, his wrestling background gives him a significant advantage in takedowns and controlling the fight on the ground. In his fight against Demetrius Johnson, Cejudo used his wrestling background to take Johnson down repeatedly, controlling him on the ground and preventing him from utilizing his striking skills. Despite being outstruck on the feet, Cejudo's grappling dominance was enough to earn him a split decision victory.
Then the big left hand by DJ. Just going like every other Demetrius Johnson fighter, but at a point, from the clinch inside-out trip, but Demetrius Johnson is a champion.
His knockout win over TJ Dillashaw in their bantamweight title fight showcased his striking power and precision. He displayed excellent footwork, timing, and accuracy, catching Dillashaw with a devastating right hand that sent him reeling. Cejudo followed up with strikes on the ground, ultimately earning a TKO victory in just 32 seconds of the first round.
You know he gets hit with the hook. He goes down. He went down about 4 times to continue to fight.
So Henry Cejudo.
Aljamain Sterling has one of the best cardios in all of the UFC. His stamina allows him to keep a high pace throughout the fight, making him a dangerous opponent to face. Sterling's cardio is partially due to his ability to wear down his opponents with constant pressure and a barrage of strikes, making him more susceptible to making mistakes as the rounds go on. This sets him up perfectly for either a takedown and submission or to wait for the bell and win by a unanimous decision. One example of Sterling's excellent cardio is his fight against Brett Johns at UFC Fight Night 128. Sterling dominated the fight, constantly pushing the pace and tiring out his opponent with his strikes and grappling. He ultimately won the fight by unanimous decision, proving that his cardio was a key factor in his victory.
Now was able to set up his takedowns here against Brett John, open up and throw some big punches here, and he was landing.
Another instance where Sterling's cardio played a crucial role was in his title fight against Petr Yan at UFC 259. Sterling was able to maintain a high pace throughout the fight, and even though he was on the receiving end of an illegal knee that caused a disqualification, he had showed no signs of slowing down up until that point. When it comes to cardio, Henry Cejudo is another fighter known for his endurance. He has displayed an incredible ability to maintain a high pace throughout the fight, constantly pressuring his opponents and leaving them gasping for air. In fact, his cardio has played a crucial role in some of his most memorable victories. In his fight against Demetrius Johnson, Cejudo's relentless pressure in the later rounds allowed him to edge out a split decision victory. Similarly, in his bout against TJ Dillashaw, Cejudo's conditioning helped him weather the storm in the early rounds and eventually secured a TKO victory in the first round. However, it is important to note that Cejudo has been out of the octagon since 2020, while Sterling has been a lot more active, fighting 3 times in the last year. This could potentially be a factor in the upcoming fight, as Sterling may have the edge in terms of cardio due to his recent activities. Based on the analysis of both fighters' style, past performances, and cardio, as well as taking into consideration the fact that Cejudo has been out of the octagon for a while, we predict that this fight will be closely contested between Sterling and Cejudo. Sterling's reach and height advantage, combined with his excellent cardio, will likely keep him in the fight for the duration, wearing down Cejudo and making him more susceptible to mistakes. However, in his 3 years away from fighting, Cejudo has never stopped training. We've seen him train in full fight camps with fighters such as Davison Figueiredo, Demetrius Johnson, and John Jones, so don't be fooled into thinking he's been away from the sport. On top of all that, Cejudo's superior striking power and ground game, coupled with his experience as an Olympic wrestler, give him an edge in this matchup. If he is able to take the fight to the ground and utilize his wrestling and grappling skills, he could submit Sterling and emerge victorious. Ultimately, while the outcome of any fight is always uncertain, we predict that Triple C's skills and experience will be enough to secure him the victory in this matchup. But no matter the outcome, fans can expect an exciting and closely fought battle between 2 of the best fighters in the bantamweight division. But as we wait for this thrilling matchup, be sure to check out our video on Drew Dober, who is set to take on Matt Frevola on the same night. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.